take questions from the media.
Well, as I always said, this is a really tough league, especially this year. I just think with the COVID super seniors and with the transfer portals, all these teams are loaded. They're well coached. So it's going to be a juggernaut over there trying to work your way through the tournament. But again, we're excited about it. March Gladness, here we go. And again, we know going to be a lot of great basketball, and hopefully we can go over there and play well ourselves.
Thank you, Coach. Your first question is going to come from JB Riggs. JB, go ahead with your question.
All right, thanks, Justin. Coach, good to see you again. You spoke yesterday about the importance of being the #1 seed in the tournament. Final rankings came out. Obviously, you guys are a top 3 team and a projected #1 seed for the national tournament. I'm curious from your perspective if you feel like you have anything else to prove to earn that #1 seed in the national tournament, no matter what happens in Greensboro this week.
Yeah, really not focused on that. You know, obviously we've been very fortunate to win the tournament the last 2 years. So we have to go over there all in, and that's our goal. And you have to, if we learned anything, you got to take it one game at a time. And as you mentioned, I had somebody, in fact, I think it was Jeff Walls, tell me, you're the only person I know, you win the lottery, you're going to complain about having to pay taxes. Well, here we are, the #1 seed. But I tell you what, you get the double bye, but then that means when you jump in, you're jumping in. You're playing a really good team right off the bat. So whether it's Boston College or Florida State, we know we're going to have a challenge first game out. And I think the team that played the day before always has an advantage in the first half because they've at least gotten the jitters out and have got used to the rims and the arena and all that. So, not looking that far ahead. I think our resume speaks for itself. I believe we're #2 in the net last time I looked in the country. So I think our schedule has set us up well. I think it prepared us well for a tough ACC league. And so I think we've done all we can do there. But, this time of year, we're focused on the tournament and staying in Greensboro as long as we can.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Coach, your next question is going to come from Aaron Beard. Aaron, go ahead with your question.
Hey, Wes. I'm reminded in Charlotte, Kayla Jones was saying our goal is we want to win another ACC tournament, but it's bigger. It has to be bigger. I'm tired of going to just the Sweet 16. Yeah. There was, we were talking about big picture with this group all year. Winning the regular season was something you guys had never done, but you have won 2 straight tournaments. Kind of when you have a group that's kind of been there, done that, and has so much looking forward to the NCAAs, do you have to sort of manage that part of it of like making sure they're where they need to be with March Madness around the corner?
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, they get excited about the ACC tournament. It's a big deal. And again, I think if anything, it's an advantage that our players have had success. They know our routine when we get over there and how we're going to prepare for each game and all those things. So I think they go over there realizing it's all about the process and we've got momentum. We're playing pretty well. So we want to keep that going as well. You don't want to, hiccup a bump in the road right now. Yeah, I mean, we definitely have our eye on the big picture. I mentioned it before. We thought about on our rings from a year ago to put 3 straight Sweet 16s, and the players said, no, we don't want that on the ring. So I think that's why they came back. That's why these kids came back. They want to write a different ending to the story. But again, it's all, I was worried about that during the season some. Are we just waiting for March? Especially I thought maybe towards the end of January and early February, we were just kind of grinding through the motions. But now I've seen a real enthusiasm in practice. I've seen more focus and preparation. So no, I'm not worried about that. I'm just worried about these great teams that we're fixing to have to face 3 days in a row, hopefully. That's what your goal is. But it's going to be a really tough every day out.
Thanks, Wes.
Thank you.
Coach, your next question is going to come from Jonas Pope. Jonas, go ahead with your question.
Good afternoon, Coach.
Hey, Jonas.
How you doing? Early in expansion, when they added Syracuse and Louisville and Notre Dame, they kind of carried the flag because they were winning national championships and Louisville was going to the Final Four a lot. Now you guys are kind of like the face of the ACC with the back-to-back tournament wins and being ranked so high this year. I guess my question, how does it feel, the journey to go from being the hunted to now from doing the hunting to now you're the hunted in the league?
Yeah, you know me, I kind of like being low in the weeds and just laying low and trying to sneak up on people, but that's hard to do right now. Now with all these seniors we have that are going to be departing next year, we may be in the weeds, who knows? But yeah, it's been different, no doubt. I probably felt more pressure because the expectations have gone really, really high, and players may have felt that at some point. But you know, I think now you've weathered, like I said, you weathered a stretch where maybe you were just kind of waiting for March. Now March is here, so I think you just go into each game really focused on that next one. You know, at this time of year, you can't look ahead, and you got to cherish every game you play and make the most of it. So yeah, it is different. You know, I kind of enjoy enjoying hunting and trying to go for the upset. But at the same time, I wouldn't want to trade. You know, I like where we're at and the team we have. So that's just part of it. Got to be able to handle that.
Coach, your next question is going to come from Trayvon Miles. Trayvon, go ahead with your question.
Thanks, Justin. Hey, Coach, we're coming up, want to pivot for a second. We're coming up on the 50th anniversary of Title IX. As someone who's coached for over 30 years, how different are things in your mind than when you started at Maryville?
Yeah. Well, of course, first of all, you know, I've been at all levels. So, you know, Maryville Division III, Francis Marion D2. I was an assistant for Coach Al, mid-major at Chattanooga, where things are still a lot different from this Power 5 level, and then now NC State. So I've kind of seen it all, but it is unbelievable how our game has grown in popularity and the attention it's drawing. I think it's great for the young ladies that we have. I think it really empowers them and gives them a lot of confidence when they're on this big stage now, when they do leave college, whether it be to continue basketball or whatever they may choose to pursue. I think it's great for them. You know, you look back at the K-Yals and the Pat Summits and all the coaches before us that really did so much to make Title IX happen, and then also to grow from there and make sure Title IX kept advancing. You know, we enjoy now all the fruits of their labors. I mean, you know, it's just a whole different ball game now. The treatment that our kids receive and you know, our administration has been unbelievable about stepping up and doing things to help our players feel like you know, they're on the same level of any other sport in our university. So very blessed, like I said, and we're all enjoying again all the hard work, the trailblazing that the ones before us did to grow our game.
And Coach, if I could follow up with you really quickly, a lot was made of the conditions of the women's tournament last year. What did you see, and what improvements are you expecting this time around, not just with the NCAA tournament, but with the ACC tournament as well?
Yeah, I mean, I think that was obviously turned out to be a game-changing situation when I think it became public that maybe things weren't as equal as they could be, and that maybe the athletes weren't getting all the advantages and perks and treatment that maybe was happening on the men's side. So yeah, it was good that the light was shown on that. I think both the NCAA and our universities and our administration they've all tried to make an effort to fix it, and that's all you can ask. They're trying to make it better, and I do see a difference. And like I said, that was kind of what was put it up on the forefront and in front of everyone last year. But I think everyone's trying again to do the right thing and give our student athletes the best experience possible.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
We got two more questions for you, and then we're gonna let you go. Mitchell Northam, go ahead with your question first, and then we'll go to Brett Freeland.
Yeah, Coach. I was just kind of curious, you've had a full regular season under your belt with Diamond Johnson now. She's had her kind of fair shares of ups and downs, but has helped a lot kind of coming off the bench there. What have you kind of, I guess, learned about her as a player that maybe you didn't know before you got all these games coaching her? And how is she, I guess, sort of fit in with the team?
Yeah. First of all, she's fit in unbelievably well with our team. She just, she loves the game. She loves being around it. If you've heard her laugh, sounds kind of like a dolphin or something, but that makes you laugh, just hearing her laugh. But, the way she's accepted, we had all 5 starters back from a team that just won the ACC tournament and been with, some of them been in our program 5 years now or whatever. And she herself was, all freshmen in the Big Ten, I think maybe second team all Big Ten in general, had all the accolades, and yet she's been great about it. I mean, one thing I like to do when I go back and watch film is how's everybody on the bench reacting? And she's first one up cheering, maybe some Raina's having a great game. It's not always that player. Sometimes the player that's playing your position maybe having a great day. And so you don't get as many opportunities. We would not be here without Diamond. Again, she stepped up and won some big games for us. And I think it has affected her game. And I know, when when they're relying on you, you have a confidence that, hey, I can do this, I can knock this down, I can look to take over a game. And now here, all of a sudden, she's got a whole lot of players around her that have had success as well. So I think that's been tough on her at times, but she's handled it beautifully. Madison Hayes is another one, kind of got caught behind Kayla Jones and Jada Boyd, who are both playing really well right now. But Madison's a great player in her own right, made the SEC all freshman team a year ago. She's been great about handling a new role. Jada Boyd, Camille Hobby have been coming in off the bench now for a couple of years. Again, both of them have been great. I think Jada Boyd's playing at a really high level right now as well. So again, all of them, the whole team has had a great attitude about team first, and it's made my job a lot easier and made our team a lot better.
And Coach, we'll let you go with Brett Freelander's question. So Brett, go ahead.
I'll make this quick. Wes, not as much last year because of the attendance requirements, but 2 years ago in Greensboro, it was almost like you were playing home games. Given the way that your fan base has traveled this season, you got to figure you're going to have a lot of support there. How much of an advantage is that to be playing in that kind of atmosphere in a tournament?
Yeah, I think it's a great advantage. You're right. 2 years ago when we won it, there was, maybe 8,000 people there or so, and 7,000 of them were wearing red on championship day. So no doubt they make a big difference for us. We've been pretty good at home in the ACC this year. I think our fans, there's been games where we maybe struggled for 3 quarters and a lot of fans would have checked out. They've hung with us and given us the energy we've needed to find a way to win. So, I know some of the schools that came over from the Big East, wish this tournament would go somewhere else. But this is the ACC footprint right here. And I just think it is great to be able to have fans there, and the energy and enthusiasm, definitely a big plus for us.
Thanks a lot, Wes. Good luck.
Thank you.
Perfect. Thanks so much.